afternoon. What is your name, my dear?
Nancy Chilla Smith.
Chilla Smith. That's an impossible name to pronounce. And you're from what state?
I'm originally from Michigan, but I've lived in Montana and I now live in Oregon.
So you just moved to Oregon, or you've been there for a few years?
5 years. 5 years. My husband got into grad school, so I followed him there.
Oh, okay. And then what are you doing now?
I'm a vet student, about to start my 3rd year this fall.
So you're with this bunch of students from O.S.U. that are here
Yes.
taking
Yes.
care of the dogs, cats, donkeys, whatever you throw at them.
Yeah.
Even an occasional human. We had an incident today of a monkey bite.
Monkey bite, yeah.
Very good. And tell us, how was your experience here in Hacienda Mérida during the last week or so? Because you've been here a week, more or less, right?
It was a real eye-opener because I had never traveled before this, and just realizing the comforts of your own home don't come with you. And it was a great learning experience for me as well, because I'd not done surgery yet, and I got to do my first part surgeries, like a half castration on a horse and a half castration on a cat. So that was very exciting, and I aced placing catheters, which was something that I really wanted to do. And then in terms of just the whole experience, like the heat was immense. I'm not used to it, and the bugs were everywhere.
But it's not that hot today, right?
Today is awesome.
It's a perfect day.
This is Oregon weather.
Wow, it's kind of rainy and a little foggy.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, and I think when I first got here, every spider made me jump, but by now I'm just like, it's a spider. And so I've definitely gotten a new outlook on things. And
okay. And you had a bunch of little kids, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, helping you out with your inability to speak Spanish.
Yes, yes.
And how was that experience dealing with the translators and the community and the locals and all that?
I don't think we could have done it without the translators. There's very few in our group who could speak Spanish, and
the ones that can, they're busy in certain
they're
areas.
being pulled in every different area, and so it was good to have those kids there helping us, because you could just be like, hey, I need help, and they did it so much that they knew the routine, and you didn't even have to tell them what to say. And a lot of times they knew what I was going to say before I said it, and they said it themselves, and they're like, oh, I already said that, and you're like,
okay. So they're getting some training.
They're getting a lot of training, yeah.
Okay, so we'll have them next year, but that comes at a cost. It's not cheap to do this, so you're gonna be getting an email from us. The 1 laptop per child initiative will be coming to Nicaragua, so and particularly the Ometepe Island. So within the next 6 months, we will have 4,700 laptops for 4,700 students.
That's amazing.
Every single child that is attending our elementary schools will get a laptop. But we have to raise $1 million. So $1 million, it doesn't come easy, but we can pull it off. There's a nonprofit in Managua that is working on it. There are going to be a lot of people, a lot of hotels involved trying to raise the funds. And as you can see, education is critical for change.
It is.
Without education, you cannot have change. I guess in the United States we didn't have enough education because change didn't come. We went backwards in a way. Anyway, what else can you tell us about the food and the hacienda, the ambient? I know the heat is kind of stress,
It is, and the fact that we had like a cold going through all the students, which my voice is a little rough, that kind of, put a damper on something.
I noticed Kate is having a hard time. Yeah,
but it makes you realize, you're here for a mission, and if you get a little sick, you work through it, and that's what I did. They were very willing to give me less strenuous shifts when I was not feeling well, which is really nice because I needed to heal. And as for the food and stuff, it's a lot of new stuff for me, and I'm gonna go home and try some new things too. Like, I'm definitely an American eater, hamburgers and steak and French fries, and I definitely want to try.
You think you got some healthy food while you were here?
I think so. Probably. I try not to eat a lot of sugar, and I ate a lot of fruit here, which is more sugar than what I'm used to, and I think I should keep that up because fruit's good for you.
Excellent, excellent. So let me ask you a question. Well, what is the feeling of service? Because not only you're serving poor communities somewhere in Latin America, but also you're serving these dogs and cats that are in such a bad shape. I'm not a veterinarian, but you guys will be or are in the process. But what's the feeling of you guys dealing with all those animals and seeing them coming back in 3 or 4 days and helping them out again? I think that's something that is hard to put a number or value to.
Yeah, like just the fact that, we see these people come in and we give them a service and they are happy about it and, they leave happy and I don't know exactly all the numbers, like how many spays, how many neuters, how many wellness exams we saw. But, I think we're making an impact and I look forward to, 10 years from now when I'm a vet to look back and see how the O.S.U. IVSA group has, done surveys and seen what kind of population changes and, maybe disease changes, like, because I know there's some diseases that, TBT,
Right.
to see if we've caused an impact in that. And I feel lucky to have been able to help, even just a small bit, because I'm one out of, I think, 30 students.
Wow. It's just for us here in the Ometepe Island. It's just incredible, amazing that you guys are doing this stuff.
And it was awesome to see like the kids bringing in their pets, and you can tell that they're
How about the old
willing.
lady? She's like 80 and walking with a
little
stick.
puppies.
And then the old man with the horses. I don't know if you
Yeah.
got to see him. He must be hitting 90 years old and they're walking. Okay, that's
Yeah,
another thing.
the fact that they take the time to probably walk from far distances to bring their pets here shows that they care. And there were some people that brought them here and they're like wellness only, and we went over the benefits of getting their pet spayed or neutered, and they listened through the translators and were willing to do that because the benefits outweighed. Some people didn't want to because they thought the pet would get lazy, but we made a point to tell them the benefits of getting their pet altered were, there was a benefit there.
Okay,
So.
well, thank you very much, my dear, and have a wonderful stay in Ometepe.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. So we're gonna just I did an interview with Dr. Lord with you, and then the video will be just you guys talking, touching, and shot.
Lined up, and you take one at a time and work them off the field. So we're just walking back there, and he says, "Just make your dog heel. Don't have him."